All right, kids, welcome to another exciting episode of the original Red Pill Show. Today is January 6, 2020. Believe it or not. This show, it's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please use it at your own risk. This show is copyrighted by me. No part of it can be reused, rebroadcasted in any way, shape, or form. Or you can just ask. I hit enter. Finally, this show has shorted chords. This show is opinionated under no circumstances whatsoever. Should opinions be taken as advice? If you are seeking professional advice, I strongly encourage you to hire a license if required. Person in his or her field there. Son of a bitch, I just lost my little Tommy. Hey, man. There it is. No. That's his name. Wake up. Broadcasting live from the wonderful town of Loveland, Colorado. So what's going on? Okay. Now it's good. I'm going to bring on Marissa. Oh, Marissa. Oh, we bring on Melissa on a Friday? No, Monday. Today is a Monday. Happy Chinese New Year for you. Hello? Oh. Time for Fried Kitty. How do I figure this out? Hang on. There you are. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Does this work?
I believe so.
I'm gonna be a smart ass. Get ready. Sarcasm. So
I don't know sarcasm.
no, not at all. So is the video working?
Well, it's okay. So we apparently accidentally got the Restream account, which means that it will put it out to our YouTube after we're done.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently their payment system is a little confusing.
Uh-huh.
And the actual live streaming is $100 a month. Yeah. So we're working up to it, though. We should have the live video again very soon.
Okay, so that the live streaming's not on the show page, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right, but it will be there later.
It will be there
as
later.
As long as everything works right.
Archived.
As long as everything works right.
Yeah, no kidding. And then right now, is it going to YouTube server live or to the Freedom Revolution Network, or what's that doing?
It should be.
It should
be, but I'm not sure where to find it at the moment. Sorry, tech issues. I'm working on it.
Oh, I don't care. I just like to know. So it works, you know, or whatever.
Technically, it's supposed to, but I'm not sure exactly where it's typing it to yet. So I will figure that all out.
Okay.
But it should automatically go to YouTube after we're done.
All right. But everything else seems to be working. The flux capacitor's fluxing and all this other crap, so everything's good?
It's fluxing its ass off.
All right. Now we can go back to 1950, fucking whatever it is. So what is it? 50, where do they go to? 56? Something like that. 55?
55 or 56.
I have to watch that movie. I remember seeing that coming out.
Have to look it up.
Yeah, I don't remember. 50 something. Trivia question.
Trivia question of the day.
What year did Doc and Marty go back to fucking what town, whatever it was? What was that? Town and date. All right. So I guess we can start this off. What a crazy weekend. What a crazy year already, huh?
Right?
Shit.
My old business partner is officially a grandma today.
Oh, congratulations to her.
Yeah.
Grandkids are nice. You can just shove them back. Here you go. Bye.
I don't have any yet.
Well, I do. And I don't know. I don't see them. For one reason, I'm 1,000 miles away. And number two, they were used as pawns in my divorce. So don't really want to go there. So
I'd be hurting somebody if they tried to keep me away from.
Oh, trust me, you know, it's a good thing I'm older and wiser because, it's just all I can do is just accept it, move on, and wait. My granddaughter, the oldest one's already 14, and all I can do is just wait till she turns 18. Oh, wow. Yeah. So I'll just wait till she turns 18, and then if she wants to seek me out and sit down and talk, and dump a ton of truth on her and see how she handles it, that's fine. If she don't, she don't. So, all out of my control.
Yeah, definitely to an extent.
Well, there's nothing I can do, and I'm not going to approach. And if I do anything to approach, it's not going to go anywhere, and it could technically be perceived as harassment. So there's really nothing I can do. So.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh yeah, no, it's the people I had in my past that I've decided to not have in my present or my future. It's nothing but drama, manipulation, and sociopathic control behavior, and we all know how that turns out. So there's nothing I can do, and I don't like saying that. I don't like saying that, but it is the truth. So
truth is truth. Truth's not always pretty.
No, but whatever. I did. I'll get into this tomorrow a little bit because tomorrow is my, which is nothing to celebrate. I don't even want to call it an anniversary because it's not that either, but it'll be 4 years tomorrow. I've been divorced officially. Yeah. And I want to talk about it. I want to put it in a box, tie a bow around it, and bury the motherfucker in the ground. But I do want to talk about it in my reflection, and it won't be resentment or payback. It'll be just facts, and hopefully it'll help the people that are going through that shit right now recently, because my church had a divorce care support group, and going in there, it just, the people with the sad faces and just, you can tell they're just beat down, and it's a horrible thing to go through. And there is light at the end of the tunnel. 4 years, I think, is a pretty good time to heal and move on and move forward. And it'll be just some reflections on it. And it'll be it. But it'll be done. I'll be done with this stuff. So, but is it really ever done?
After 20 years, I will say no.
Yeah. See?
Not completely.
No. You can never get away with it unless you just choose to throw everybody out of your life that's connected to that. And if you can do that, then God bless you. And if it's the right thing to do, but that takes a very strong person to do that. So.
Well, I don't. Yeah, and being that I was the single mom and I had the kids from the divorce, so I have a daily reminder.
Well,
in all honesty, I really don't think about it a whole lot.
Well, no, 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Actually, I left him in 2001, so almost 20 years.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah. It's 4 years is 4 years, and I just want to let go of all that baggage, and people have made their decisions, and quite honestly, I disown my ex-wife and my daughter because of their behavior and the weak-mindedness and insecurity they have, letting total stranger 10 years ago come into this family and totally destroy it. So there's really nothing. I want my 30 years back, though. The only good thing out of it, and I told my son this because we still talk to him. We still talk, and he might even be actually moving out here. But I said, besides for you, it was a waste of 30 years, and that's the honest to God truth. So sad to say. What are you gonna do?
Sad, but it's reality, and you got to deal with it.
Right.
So.
All right. So anyway, we'll poke that sleeping dog tomorrow because that'll be enough. I'll have plenty to say. And of course, as always, you can comment. You have experience in that. I just don't want it to be twisted or perceived as anything but just reflecting and moving on. And 4 years is, out of all my research I did, 4 years, they say, at least for a guy, is pretty much the time you need to get over and heal from something like that much of a traumatic situation. So, and I would like to agree to that. So, But that'll be done. Over. Bye. See you later. Bye. Time to move on, as I'm always accused of not. So, it's like, really?
You and me both.
Yeah, really? No, you guys keep interacting and shoving shit and associating and doing stupid stuff. And like you said, you see your kids, and it's really kind of hard not to be reminded of them. I mean, how can't you be?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, whatever. We'll get into that tomorrow. So, some shit happened over the weekend, I guess. I really don't want to get into it too much and overanalyze it. But there's some interesting comments when we assassinated that Iran general?
Iran.
Yeah. Which
Soleimani, or however you pronounce it.
So what do you think of that?
Oh, I think we're about to go into a massive shitstorm. I think what he did was extremely stupid. There's a reason why past presidents haven't taken the opportunities they've had. Yeah, I'm preparing for mass exodus.
To where?
Probably Canada.
Really?
Yep.
So
I already have a place to go if I want.
So you think that's safe?
The place I'm going, yeah.
Up more.
The place I'm going is there's a long history behind it. I'll tell you about it privately, but no, it's actually a very safe place to go.
I like Canada. I've been there a couple times. I like the western, whatever that province is above Washington. That's really nice. I like that.
Do you listen to Ron's show?
No.
Emergency Management Associates?
Nope.
He talks about the Cascadia event, which is massive earthquakes and volcano activity.
I've been seeing that, yeah.
And, yeah, our whole western coast is in danger of this event happening. And, I mean, I hope it doesn't happen, but all the research that he and Terry Rumpel are doing, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I saw all the swarms in it.
I've actually never been to...
Go ahead.
Oh, I just said I've never been to Canada yet.
You haven't, but you're going to move there?
Yeah. I almost moved there about 10, 15 years ago.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. I got to wake up. Fuck.
Coffee.
No, I can't. It's funny you say that because I was just going to say, so I'm shopping last night, buying stuff for the week and whatever. And you know how you can test your blood pressure in one of those machines? You have them at your grocery store? Yeah. So, because I don't go to the doctor unless I'm dying, because in my opinion, they just kill you. So,
right?
No, that's just me. I'm not saying they do or they don't. I'm just saying experience. My ex-wife, again, when she was 27, she had a partial hysterectomy, and they damn near killed her by bleeding to death. And that really kind of sealed it for me, because I had to support her and help her, and she's laying on the bed, and not the bed, the couch, couldn't move, had a big hematoma. Horrible. 27 years old.
Man.
Yeah, and it was just a laissez-faire thing with the doc before. Well, I got a tea time, he said, before the surgery, so, everything will be fine. We'll get her done. And she damn near died. So, yeah.
I don't trust doctors.
No,
as
fuck
far as
them.
I
I'm sorry. No disrespect. I just don't. But, so I'm like, I'm going to check my blood pressure. And it's systolic and diastolic. And my diastolic, which is the lower number's always been higher. Not higher than the top. Obviously, it'd be fucking dead or whatever. But, it was floating around 80, 85, and it hit 90, yesterday, and I just got done out of the gym, taking some supplements, and I don't know what's causing that, but I'm going to start watching my diet and coffee. I actually had some tea this morning, but I'm going to miss my coffee. I'm going to see what I can do to get it down before I go in the doctor and they put me on meds for the rest of my life. I wanted to go as far as I could without doing that, but not at the risk of stroking out. So,
do you normally have high blood pressure?
It all depends. I mean, I'm 55 and I've always taken care of myself and blah, 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 and yada, 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 whatever. Exercise pretty much every day. But it's never gone like above 140 over 85. So, which is borderline hypertension.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. But I know there's some stress in some of the things I talked about and relocating and blah, blah, blah. And I'm doing what I can to address the stress thing. But now I'm going to do what I can to address the diet stuff and things like that and see if that helps. But we'll see. So if I'm not on tomorrow, you'll know why. You still there? Oh, there you are. What?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm here. Well, tomorrow you're going to have kind of a stressful conversation, so.
I am? Oh, yeah, I am. No, I don't know. I don't really think so. It depends. Depends on how I come across and how people perceive it. Because I'm tired of saying stuff, and the first thing people want to do is reply and attack, and it's like, well, you're not listening to what I'm saying, which is nothing new, but like I said, and we talked last time about that subject, there's really nothing out there for people to grasp onto to help them deal with all those crazy emotions. So,
no, it definitely isn't.
No, and I'll try to be as, as abstract, I guess, as I could, and pragmatic, I guess. But fuck, you're talking about feelings. So, it's kind of hard to really disconnect yourself from something that's so emotional because it damages you for life. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't know how I can't.
Well, no, it definitely, everything we do has an effect on us. I mean, everything.
Well, yeah, but I can deal with
in-depth one.
I can deal with most of it, but not betrayal. That's just fucking, that's a hard one to grasp.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, you want to see somebody's nasty side, betray them. That's a real quick and easy way to find out just how bad they can be.
Well, and I was the one that was betrayed, although she thinks I betrayed her, and I didn't. I don't, whatever. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, but being attacked from that is not a good place to put any person. So, no. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I know that definitely probably aged me a few years and totally fucked up my head. And dealing with all that and relocating. I just want to share all that because I think a lot of people either reconcile or they jump into a relationship right away and then, God forbid, get married and then they get divorced again. And they don't really deal with all those feelings in the situation. And like I found, from this perspective, I wish I would have just stayed single for 4 years. But some of those experiences and relationships I had with other women in the past 4 years did help me get through that stuff. So I don't really know. But it's easy to sit here and play Monday morning quarterback after it all happened. But I just wish people would think a little bit before they just jump right back into something serious like that. I really do. But it's healing. You know, I think they should heal if it's possible before they decide to get into that, because you're always going to be looking behind your back no matter what. I don't care what anybody says. You're just like, oh fuck, am I going to go through this again?
well, that's the exact reason why I haven't even so much as dated in the last 10 years.
Yeah, well, I haven't dated since I moved here. I went out with a friend, and then I found out she was dating a guy that was a common friend, and I didn't know. That was kind of weird. I don't like that. I don't like when people conceal or they're stinky like that. But I wouldn't really say... No. I really wouldn't say we were dating. We were going out as friends. So, I mean, you know, whatever. But I did, like I said, I did technically date a girl for 10 days here, but she was fucking really, really... Still can't.
10 days, huh?
Well, with a 30-day agreement that could be broke by... It's so weird. It's so weird.
30-day agreement?
30-day agreement, you know, everlasting or revolving or whatever word you want to use. It just might as well have been in a contract. Because the verbiage she was using was... Were you in a
BDSM relationship or something?
You know, I don't want to get into it because it was just even weird for me. And that's really weird. I mean, I don't know, I've been called quirky. I've been called weird. I've been called quirky. And I'm like, okay, fine, that's fine. But never called weird. Well, actually, I have by one friend, but I was really going through some stuff. But in any case, if I say it's weird, it's really weird. And this was weird.
That's like me saying it. Yeah.
No, this was fucking weird by every
you
stretch.
You're pretty open-minded, so.
Well, I tried to be and I was very open-minded, and I just let it go. But... You would think a nice dinner and get your brains fucked out on 9/11, and then 2 days later say our 30-day agreement's off through a business email. That's fucking weird.
Shock and awe, and then a business email, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nice dinner. Fuck your brains out. Spend the night. You know, I'll talk to you later. You know, that was great. You know, I'd like to take you out to dinner. Oh, I'm terminating our 30-day agreement on Friday the 13th. See, it's even weirder. So, it's like, whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like a real creeper.
No, it is. But, I mean, she had, I mean, I'm going to give her this. She had a really sweet heart. I mean, but she's been through hell, and I'm not going to get into it. So my compassion and my mercy and kindness was, you know, overruling the batshit crazy factor.
Right.
Yeah. Which most women, to be honest. And, you know, guys, I don't know. They're not any better. I don't want to blame it just on women. But 99% of all of them I dated were fucking nuts.
Batshit crazy.
What's that?
I said, personally, I think everybody's batshit crazy.
I would not argue with that at all. I really wouldn't. At first, I just thought it was women. You're all fucking nuts. And then I tried to role reverse it and put myself in a woman's perspective. And I would say a good portion, if not all, of why y'all are batshit crazy is because of the men you dealt with in your life. So you got to be a little bit careful before you just say everybody is batshit crazy. So.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying that being batshit crazy is a bad thing. I'm batshit crazy, and I'm a good person.
Yeah, but is it an age factor? Is there like a gene? Because I didn't learn this in any type of physical education or whatever, that when women turn 50, they just lose their goddamn mind.
Oh, I lost mine long before 50. But,
oh, did you? Okay.
We're not going to talk about that part, though.
No, that's fine. I just missed that chapter.
My opinion is that when we're young, we don't know how to handle our own crazy. Everybody's got a touch of crazy, you know, everybody. But we don't know how to handle our crazy until we mature more. And then once we actually embrace our crazy is when we actually become the people we're supposed to be.
Embrace your crazy?
Yeah.
So just accept your
Embrace
nuts?
your crazy. Well, yeah, I mean, you've got to accept both your dark side and your light side.
Of course.
To be a normal, quote unquote, normal human
Yeah,
being.
whatever that is.
And, right, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And so until you embrace that crazy, you're not embracing your dark side. So you're in constant turmoil.
Well, interesting.
And yes, we do find ways to explain our crazy too.
Oh, of course. I could rationalize that all day long. Of course. I don't know who couldn't. I mean, look, I do the show. Not really normal, sane people do shit like this, and I'm not speaking for anybody else but me, But I don't care. This is kind of like therapy for me, especially, in no offense, I'm not saying it, but especially when I do it myself. And I'm sitting there and I'm talking, and I listen to every show I do after, and I'll be listening to it either through the radio in the truck, through Bluetooth or earbuds or headphones, and I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about, Tim? And I won't even agree with what I say. And I'm like, whoa. So not only do I argue with myself in my head, I actually argue with myself in verbal speaking terms when I'm in a conversation, when I'm talking. I'm like, whoa. And then again, there'll be things I say, and it's like, that's not what I meant. Because I could see a person not really like taking it out of context, which, what you're trying to say and what you say and what people hear are sometimes way off the charts. So, but it has been interesting, and I really learned a lot about myself, and that's what it's all about, pretty much. Found out.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a constant journey. Constant
learning and progressive spirituality or whatever, I mean, I have conversations with people I absolutely have no idea who the hell they are on some text messages and stuff, and they'll call me or they'll notify me or contact me, and it's like, well, you don't really act like you want a relationship, or you really aren't talking a lot, or you're acting like you don't need me. That's what it was. And I'm like, now you're getting into codependency. And see, here my problem is I'm too analytical.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, same.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, now you're getting into codependency because, quite honestly, nobody should, quote unquote, need somebody else. Period.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. That is like one of my standard statements.
Well, it's true.
It's like, I may want you, but I don't need you. I can do everything in life all on my own without you.
Right.
So you need to give me a reason to let you be in my life.
Right. Right.
What are you doing to benefit it? What are you doing to make me happier than I already was?
Well, if you can't, life's about sharing, and then if you can't pull each other up, in tough times, and deal with it as a team, and I'm not saying agree, I mean, that's impossible, but agree to disagree, but still come with some type of resolution for whatever challenges you have. That's what it's about. But to literally put yourself in a situation where you need acceptance and attention from somebody, or even money, God forbid. See, but women are fucked in that area. I don't really care what people think, but the traditional thing of family is the dad or the husband goes out, makes the money, and the mom stays home and raises the kids. That's what it's been. And for a woman to put herself in that position, that's
what I wanted.
Yeah, well, that's what my wife was. My ex-wife was. She didn't work, and I busted my ass so she could take care of her kids because I didn't want some sick son of a bitch watching them, because I'd kill him. That's one thing I couldn't. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it, but it didn't happen, and it was great. Yeah. But anybody touches my kids, and I figured the best way to handle that is be proactive and don't put them in a situation. So,
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be in a quote.
Yeah, the
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Someone should not put themselves in a situation where they're dependent or codependent on somebody else.
No.
But in a family structure like I just shared, sometimes the woman, quite honestly, don't have a choice. But she should still do things where she can say, I have to leave and not even think about it and be able to do something. So,
Right.
but what that is, I don't know. I mean, I get an education, I whatever. But you should be able to walk out the door. Then if you get divorced, whatever that maintenance is, take care of that, and of course the kids. But you just got to have a backup plan. You really shouldn't. I don't want to say trust because that ain't right, but you just shouldn't be dependent. You shouldn't be dependent or codependent on somebody for anything.
No, and I mean, in my opinion, marriage is supposed to be a partnership.
Yep.
And it's literally a contract to be somebody's partner. And
yep.
If you can't be that partner, then why should you be in it?
Right. Well, I think we're all codependent. I mean, trust me, I'm walking in circles here still sometimes. And I just think that's normal because I was married for 27 years, raised kids with the same woman for 30 years. And dogs, 3 dogs, 2 cats. We were the fucking Brady Bunch or whatever. You know what I mean? Just, it was great. And I still walk around sometimes looking for something to do. And then I think, well, I can't have a pet, but I need a dog. So then I'm looking at myself, I'm like, well, now you're saying you need companionship for somebody, and I'm codependent.
Well, yeah.
But then again, who wants to live in a fucking cave by themselves?
Humans were never meant to be solitary.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Our society has made it that way, where we are solitary.
Mm-hmm.
But humans are tribal animals. We are part of the animal kingdom. And we're not meant to be alone. And so needing a pet is a little different than needing another human being. You need companionship of some kind.
Yeah. I agree. But I think the longer you go through that, being alone, even without a fucking goldfish, I think you really learn more about yourself. And then when you do end up with somebody else, you appreciate it more and you respect it. And of course, if you put up boundaries, which you should, and enforce those boundaries, then I think it's great. I think marriage is great. I think being with somebody's great. It's just sometimes the consequences that it ends up has a bad ending, and you just get tainted by that. And you're like, I was just saying that to myself last night. I'm like, do you really want to be in that situation when you were married with my ex wife, and then the girl I was with before I came here? It's like, Tim, do you really wish you were still in that situation? And my answer was, fuck no. I don't. I don't. She's great. She had a great heart. She had this and that, but she just had some really bad habits and lacked morals and ethics, and I don't want to get into it. And I just, that's not for me. So.
Well, I definitely agree with that. I took it a little to the extreme, but, it's, I don't know, when you learn to live by yourself and tolerate your own self, it's amazing how your world changes.
Yeah. Well, you definitely...
Perspective.
Well, you either go into Great Depression and anxiety, or you become positive. And, of course, it's all cyclical or cycles. You're going to have that. But eventually you're going to be positive, and you can live with yourself and live alone if you have to. and again, not be codependent, because if you are, then you have some, I think you have some serious, probably psychological, emotional scarring, traumatic issues in your past that you haven't dealt with. So.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, but most people don't even want to say that. So.
Well, because most people don't want to admit the fault is with them, and admitting that is one of the hardest. Well, it's like any kind of an issue. The first step to healing is admitting there's a problem.
Yep. And the problem isn't them; it's you and everybody else around it.
Right. While somebody else may have had issues that they did something bad to you, you've also got your own because you allowed it to happen. Why did you allow it to happen?
Right. And that's the biggest thing I discovered. I go, look, I voluntarily let all these people into my life. And although it took years, 8, 10 years for their masks to fall off, for their true colors to come out, and then my ex for 28 years to 30 years, when she just finally, all that stuff she didn't deal with came out because it got weird. Yeah, it's like, but I knew that. I knew the game going into it. So, and I'm not going to do that again. If I just sense that it ain't going to work, or someone's fucked up, or some boundaries are crossed, and, it's like, you know what? It's just like, I tried this, didn't work. So I don't know. Whatever. People keep telling me, oh, you'll find somebody. And then, of course, my mom's like, oh, you got such a great heart and such a great person. You really should share that with somebody. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, man. Whatever. We'll see. But I'm probably like you. I'm not looking for it. And if it comes, great. If it don't, great.
That's exactly where I'm at.
Right.
Of course, I also have 2 dogs and a cat, so.
You're lucky. So. And
everybody
I also
used to tease me that my cat was my boyfriend.
I bet. Hey, whatever, man. I mean, I don't know. It's companionship's companionship, no, regardless. I mean, it doesn't have to be a physical thing. It's just a fucking cat,
No.
and it'd be great to have that. So. But I don't know. It's weird.
Honestly, I think you would do great with a pit bull. I really do. I think you would love being a pit bull daddy.
Oh, probably. I had a bull mastiff. She was great. That was the only dog my ex-wife left. She got rid of the other ones. I still don't know where my Saint Bernard is. He's great. And I don't want to know.
Oh, I love Saint Bernard.
Yeah, well, that was on her. She took him right at my birthday just to hurt me in the divorce, and I begged her not to.
Man.
And the dog was in her name. So I can't fight it. And I'm like, you know what? This will be on you. Fucking destroy a fucking dog because you're pissed. So whatever.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No, that's just par for the course. So, and she took all my cats. So, but. I've always been around dogs. I just can't have one. I've had a dog in our family since I was 5, I think, 5 or 6. Definitely by 7, 5. Yeah, I remember 5 having a dog. Yeah. I've had him in my life, my whole life. So, but I don't know. We'll see. But the bull mastiff, she was great. I had to put her down because she had shoulder cancer, and I didn't have enough money to treat her, and the doc said it probably wouldn't matter anyway. She was 8 years old. So that was rough. That was rough. But yeah, I love, and I would still have my Saint Bernard. He's probably only 8 right now, but I think I don't know. My daughter got him, and then she said last year, do you want Rocky? And I said, I can't have a dog, and then that was the end of it. So I don't know what happened to him. Yeah. I don't know. It's all the casual collateral damage from that. See, that's what I'm saying. It never ends. It never ends.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow I could say, that's it, 4 years, it's done, gone, not thinking about it anymore, and something will fucking happen, So. And it drags you right back into it.
Another crazy woman in your life.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's connected to the divorce. I mean, I think another woman in my life would be just a distraction right now. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I that's what I'm saying. People that jump right back into something and then get married and they haven't even been divorced for a year. I don't think that's wise. But what do I know? I'm the one sitting here alone. So fuck, I don't know. Huh?
I said, you.
Yeah, I know me, but I just and I know other people too. I just don't think. I think it's impossible for any person to fully heal and recover in less than 4 years' time from a long-term, 20-year plus marriage. Period. I don't care who you are. So.
Oh, I agree.
And I'm not carrying all that shit into my next. Yeah, and I'm not carrying all that shit and feelings into the next relationship and then start taking out on her when it has nothing to do with her. And it should be the other way around too. So.
Yeah.
I can wait. I'm finding plenty of things. Huh?
I said I've had a few of those.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
People that weren't healed themselves.
Right.
So they automatically put all that stuff on they protect it, and
right.
It just makes life miserable.
Well, my biggest reservation and concern is this: if somebody can say something and even have a picture or proof of something that appears to be a certain way, and you're married for 20 plus years, and somebody starts attacking the integrity of your spouse, I would look at them and go, you know what, give me that. I'm going to show that to my wife. And you know what? You do this again, you can go fuck yourself, and I'm going to throw you out of this family. See, but that's me. That's how I would have handled what happened to me. Because I took marriage vows.
Well, that's... Yeah, well, that's you, not her,
Well, exactly. And then all the insecurities and everything came out with her. And the whole irony of it is we were warned about this guy because he did it to another family, and it still wasn't good enough. So my whole reservation is this. If I could spend 30 years with a woman, 27 years with her, take the vows, did everything we did, blah, 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 and somebody can just easily come up and say this and show that and destroy all that's very scary. But like I said, I know why it happened, because he preyed on her insecurities and all this other kind of stuff, and which sociopaths excel at, and got into her head and got her trust, and that was the end of it. So, whatever.
And that was actually a really good way to put it, that he preyed on her, because those kinds of people are predators.
Oh, absolutely.
They seek out those people.
Oh, make no mistake. They everything's premeditated. They psychoanalyze everybody, and then they get in there, and the people that call them out or recognize them, they just stay away from them because they don't want to get called out. But yeah, they definitely know everybody's weaknesses, and then they prey on them, and then they use them to their advantage, and that's what they do. So,
yep.
Very sick. So I got a big lesson,
yes.
If anything. So, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than being married and spending time with somebody else, and two become one, and you share everything and live happily ever after. But I don't know. Sometimes the cost ain't worth the price, So, but we'll see.
That is definitely true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It'd be just much safer just not to do anything. But like I said, we're not meant to be alone. So, but I don't know. We'll see. So it'll be a good segue into tomorrow. We'll talk about it, and this is what I'm going to talk about. But I'll probably rant a lot. Hopefully not. Not out of anger though, just out of trying to be assertive.
Oh no.
But
and eventually we'll talk about CBD like we were supposed to do last week.
2 days ago. Yeah, two episodes ago. Yeah, I do want to get into that. Illinois is just getting really, I mean, they are just raping people, and I hate that word, but I don't know what else to call it. They are just really taking advantage of people out there. with their pricing.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It's horrible. My son went out and he showed me the receipt. Another $300 receipt and like $70 in taxes.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just insane. I mean, I can't even go there. There's no way. I mean, on average I smoke about an ounce and a half a month. And so you're talking $450, $500 for me to have my medicine for the month. Not okay.
No. No, there was a meme on Facebook too.
They're gonna have a lot of home growers.
What's that?
I said they're gonna have a lot of home growers, and they're just gonna increase their black.
Oh
market.
yeah, but they won't in a black market. But they won't look at it that way. So they just, well, we'll just arrest people. Yeah, because that works so well. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But there was a meme on Facebook with a black comedian. It looked like Chris Rock, but I don't know who it was. And said, yeah, Illinois is selling drugs now, and that's what you do when you're down and desperate. So it's like, holy fuck. It's like, yeah, it's amazing how evil and bad it was. And I'm not saying that it isn't, but when you just see that income coming and you really have no other way to bring in any money, you start selling drugs. Fucking unbelievable. Oh my God. Oh, wow. And I don't recommend that, but I'm just saying that's what people have been doing for years.
Yep.
And
that's
now
how people got out of their holes whenever they got in them.
Yeah, but it's the last ditch effort. I mean, that's really, really before, right when you're hitting your bottom. Because if you have to resort to that, you're in trouble. I don't care if it's legal or not.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not going to take those kinds of risks unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah, but there's no risks now after you legalize it. So, I mean, it's amazing how they changed the rules. I understand that, but not as bad as when it was illegal.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah.
And if you have
you're not going to go to jail for 20 years.
Yeah, and if you have the power to
you're
tax.
You're not going to die in jail over a plant.
No. So, but if you have the power to tax and then sell it and regulate it and make money off it, a lot of money, they're going to do it. So, and it's really, and I don't think they care what the consequences are. I really don't. That's what's scary. Just like a drug dealer. I don't give a fuck if you overdose or die on this shit. Fucking your problem. So it's really sad. It's not going to do much for society. But for the medicinal purposes, that's what I want to get into, which is not really marijuana, but I want to get into the CBT stuff of it. So, because it's still confusing to people. So.
Oh, very.
Yep.
And they don't understand the differences between CBD and regular cannabis.
Right. Well, not tomorrow. This is the first full week back to work, and it's really fucking me up because of the holidays. It's going to feel drawn out. But tomorrow I'll do the divorce thing, and then that's it. And then Wednesday we'll kind of, I don't like doing this, but I mean, we have to talk about this. So Wednesday we'll just have it all set that we'll talk about CBD oil and CBD, CBD in itself. So.
Oh my gosh, a planned show. 2 planned shows.
I know, but I hope it ain't a train wreck because I don't like planning stuff. But I mean, sometimes I got stuff in my head what I think I'm going to talk about. I mean, today I didn't. I didn't know. I just wanted to talk about the Iran thing and blowing the shit out of that guy. But I think that is the start of World War III. It's just going to take some time for that to show itself. I hope it don't, but I
hope not too.
Yeah, I don't really know what the consequences are going to be, but
I think everybody needs to have a contingency plan. That's for sure.
Well, then there's people waving the flag saying that. So Gerald Celente saying it, and he's predicts things by trends, and he's been pretty damn accurate. And he himself said this is the first shots fired of World War III. So get ready. So I don't know, man.
Do you follow? Have you ever followed Nostradamus?
Yep.
This is part of his predictions.
Yeah, I've been following him for like 30 years on and off. It's amazing stuff that he's
Oh, me too. I freaking love him.
predicted. Yeah. I don't know. But I'm a little concerned. So
Oh, I'm more than a little.
right. Well,
But, I mean, as normal citizens, there's not really a whole hell of a lot we can do. Just like the citizens in other countries, you know.
no, and especially us being in the right smack in the middle of the military-industrial complex and missile fucking silos everywhere. I mean, we're,
Right?
we're at ground zero. So
Oh, Colorado. Yeah, Colorado's a huge target,
right,
especially with Cheyenne Mountain.
exactly. In the Springs, and then frickin' Wyoming right over the border, and all the bases. I mean, it's just whatever. I knew that coming here, but I'm like, well, you know what? At least it'll be quick and painless, because I don't know if I want to survive that shit.
Right.
So,
Right?
getting vaporized won't be all that bad, I guess. I don't know. It's a horrible thing to talk about, but
Oh, it's instant.
it's always an inch closer. It's always an inch closer, especially now. So, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully nothing happens, and if it does, I'm going to head for the mountains, if that's even going to help. But I don't know. Whatever. So, but yeah, we can talk about all that stuff too. So, but tomorrow will be the divorce thing for my 4-year anniversary. Share my thoughts and reflections on that. And then Wednesday, we'll talk about CBD oil, getting high, and all that shit. And then maybe...
Wait, don't get high up.
Oh, yes, you do. That's why you can't have it. And you'll get arrested, and it doesn't work. And then hemp maybe, too, because it all connects. So...
Oh, yeah.
So, because I think hemp...
Yeah, and I've got lots of good info for you on it. So.
Yeah, if you can accumulate some stuff, that'd be great. I mean, I know you know stuff already, and I will, too. I mean, I've been doing a little bit of homework on it with the being non-psychoactive, and then people, well, I can't take CBD oil because I'm pissed hot. My drug test at work. No. So, whatever.
Actually, if you don't get it from a reliable source, it can.
Well, and that's what we want to talk about. So, because taking that for health benefits, and there definitely is some, depending on what you're taking it for. I don't know if it's worth the risk of losing your job, but it's 6 1 half dozen the other. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But I think to be educated and find out, what an unacceptable level of THC is, or if there's even any in it, but then it says that it doesn't have any in it, but then it does because they're not processing it right or whatever, then you better be really careful. So.
Yeah, but we'll get into all that on Wednesday.
Yeah. All right, well, speaking of that, I'm going to go because it's 7, so I think the video is still working, so let's see.
Yeah, video's still working, audio's still working.
Yeah, so the band, I don't know what the hell. It's still, I didn't get thrown off Spreaker. So, it's working.
Well, I did send a message and complained about, because we've had a lot of our hosts have been having issues with it just dropping in the middle of their call.
What?
And they're not even doing videos, so it definitely had nothing to do with the video.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they did something.
Maybe
they fixed something.
They may have. I've been using Spreaker on and off for years, and I rarely had any dropout issues or the sound quality is just crazy. It's awesome. I really like Spreaker.
It really is. I can't, other than this recent issue of dropping out, I'd have absolutely no complaints about them. They've been an awesome service.
And then I saw, did Melissa figure out, or you guys figured, you are Melissa, Alicia, whatever, sorry. Did you guys figure out how to use Spreaker? Or not Spreaker, fuck. Hello, Skype. Fuck me, man. Jesus.
I think we did, actually. I think Alicia finally got it figured out. but she handles that. I only handle the video stuff.
Yeah, well, I messaged her last night. So I said, I heard you were naughty, naughty, naughty. So she's like, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she's in serious Facebook jail right now.
That's what she said. It's like, yeah, they don't like me. They know who I am. They know. It's like, whatever. So, but, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, she even all of her posts in our backstage group disappeared.
Whoa. See, that's scary.
Just completely disappeared. Her post with the poll for our staff meeting
Yep.
is just gone. So
Isn't that
she really
nice?
pissed somebody off.
I just wish I could go in there and delete people's shit because I don't like it or agree with it or whatever. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Right?
Whatever. Okay. All right. Well, I will see you tomorrow. If you want to, as far as the call-in thing goes, just to get it out of the way, when I'm done with my intro and all the horse shit that I say, then that's fine to call in right then. I just want to get all that, all the formalities out of the way, and people, people get it, so try to cover our ass and my ass and your ass and everyone's ass as much as you can without being too much of an asshole. So,
right?
Just trying to educate and have fun. That's it. Don't make it personal and don't get pissed or divide. You can do what you want. I'm just trying to make people think and wake up, and that's it. That's all. And of course, share my opinion. So that's it. So
you do a good job.
I try. I've been practicing, God damn it, for a long time. So I try. I really do. But you always get the trolls. You always get the people to hear what they want to hear. Well, you said this, and you don't like the president. You know, it's like, oh, what? And you said World War III's happening. And it's like, whatever. I mean, and what if I did? So what? What are you going to do about it? What can you do about it?
Right. It's my opinion, and opinions are like assholes, and everybody's got one.
Right. But to try to find the truth, the only way you're going to do that, because they're not, whoever they are, just ain't going to come out and say it, I mean, all the stuff that's hidden and kept from us and intrinsic without getting into conspiracy theories, and it's all starting to become mainstream, it's nice to know. But in the meantime, you go crazy trying to figure the shit out, So, but that's what it's about. Just to have a little bit of sanity and why my whole thing was, and then I'll let you go. But the whole thing that started this stuff with me was the meltdown. And all those people got bailed out, and we all paid for it, and we lost pretty much, most people lost half of their net worth in their house and value. Their house dropped, and from the market crash, half of their retirement fund crashed. But the people that caused all the problems, nothing happened to them. Nobody went to jail, and they all got recapitalized out of TARP, and that fucking pisses me off. So that's why I do this.
We could talk for days on all kinds of stuff like that.
I know, but that's what really did it. It's like, wait a minute. I lost my retirement. It was the beginning of losing my business. I lost 66% on my house in Vegas. And nothing happened to these people. Absolutely nothing. So, yeah, we could talk about it all day long, but I just don't. It's not capitalism. It's capitalism. And then you wonder why all these younger people want socialism.
Right.
Because their future.
Because they didn't cause the problems that they are experiencing.
No, and
Somebody else caused it.
And they're paying for it.
Paying for it.
They're paying for it, and they lost their future. And I'd be pissed. And it's like, okay, where's my free shit? Well, problem is it ain't free. I don't want to get into that either, but whatever you get, quote unquote, free or a bailout or whatever, somebody's paying for that, and it keeps getting kicked down the road, and we can't keep doing that. So,
yep,
it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting year, like I said. And it's what, 6 days in?
Off with a bang, literally.
Yeah, and it's 6 days into it, and look at what happened already. I mean, Jesus Christ, sorry, Lord, I didn't think it was going to happen that quick. Oh, let's just shove a missile up their ass.
It may be too soon. Maybe
Oh,
it's too
man.
soon to joke about things like that, but
Well, you got to put
it's
some.
what it is.
You got to put sarcasm and humor into it, or just it'll drive you crazy if you let it bother you. But justified or not, it happened, and whatever the consequences or retaliation is going to be, who knows? But I don't really see a positive outcome unless Iran does nothing, and I don't think that's going to happen.
And that's not going to happen.
No. So
they've got too many cells all over the place.
Right. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen on top of everything else and a crazy-ass election coming up in November. It's going to be a crazy fucking year. So I just think we should all pay attention, not get too obsessed with it, and just try to figure it out and talk about it. And, what else can you do? So that's why we do this show, right?
Much from our point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and learn by your mistakes and call people out when you can and say, you know what, I don't think that was the right thing to do, or I do think that was the right thing to do, and whatever. But yeah, it's not going to end well. That's what I'm concerned about. So.
Yeah, and unfortunately, with this last election in 2016. It was a no-win situation. No matter which one of them got in office, shit was going to hit the fan.
Well, yeah, there's video of Hillary saying, Iran, we will go to war with Iran. I just saw it yesterday. Because, of course, everybody's playing this shit
I did too.
compared to what Trump did. And, Hillary wouldn't have done that, and Biden wouldn't do that, and Obama wouldn't do that. It's like, wait a minute. That's exactly what they said they would do. So it's like, wow, it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. So, but whatever. I think they just say things because of what side of the fence they're on, to their advantage, and that's a problem. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta go make. Huh?
Oh, I just said, and that's why we have this network, so we can talk about it.
Well, yeah, right. We're not going to solve the world's problems. Hell, I can't even solve no problems in my life, but there's nothing wrong with talking about it and getting it out there and just making people think. Not to agree, not to be tribal, not to be, I'm on Freedom Revolution Network, and yeah, we all agree. Like, no, we don't. If we all agree, I'm leaving.
Not even.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not about agreeing. It's about discussing and talking about it. And I never really thought of it that way, And then just try to get some type of guidance through this thing we call life, So.
Right. Dialogue.
And then try to make people laugh once in a while, too. That always helps. So. All right, I'm going to let you go. Have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow morning, bright and shiny.
Bright and early. The sun won't even be up yet.
And hopefully everything works.
It should all work tomorrow.
I know. It's working
tomorrow
now.
We should be good to go.
Yeah, I'm just giving you shit. So, because it's Monday. So, all right, Melissa.
Oh, geez, it is.
All right, well, have a great day. Thanks for calling in.
You too.
Okay, bye. All right, bye. Okay, time to make the donuts. I have to go and pay for people that want to sit on their ass and not work and fucking whatever. And make mortgage payments and divorce payments and fucking whatever. And then we'll go from there. So I have to go. And thank Melissa for co-hosting. And I think that's going to be more of the same. And tomorrow, like I said, we'll talk about my 4-year anniversary divorce. And then Wednesday, CBD oil. And who knows what we'll really end up talking about. But thanks for watching and listening, and have a great day. You have been listening to the original Red Pill Show.